Hey there, everyone. Mark Satterfield here. Thanks so much for joining me. Want to talk today a little bit about implementation because, after all, that's ultimately what it is all about. And look, implementation can be scary. I'll give you a bad analogy. It's kind of like, if you're trying to, you think about the cute girl that you want to date, and you think about what it would be like to go on a date and what the relationship might be and how it might develop and how all your friends would think you're really cool because you're dating this hot chick. Um, and it only requires like one thing, which is actually asking her out. But of course, if you ask her out, she might say no. And then the whole thing just kind of like, falls apart. But so implementation, whether it's in dating or marketing or really anything, is scary because it runs the risk of failure. But look, from a practical standpoint, you can read about attracting wealthy clients. You can watch videos about getting more wealthy customers. But the reality is that you have to implement a system, and I use that word specifically in order to make this turn from a dream into reality. And when I talk about a system, what I'm referring to is something that does a couple of different things. First of all, gets their attention. We got to get them to raise their hand and express that initial interest in us and what we do. And second part is we've got to build a relationship because, quite frankly, the affluent and the wealthy aren't going to hire you. They're not going to do business with you just because you're offering them a particular service. That just doesn't work. I just don't understand why people keep yammering away, at me and all the people I know saying, "Hi, this is me. You don't know me. I don't have any credibility, but want to buy my stuff." Yeah, okay. Maybe you say it a bit more elegantly, but that's the general gist. So, part number one is how to get them to raise their hand and express that initial interest. Number two is how do you build a relationship? But then part three is how do you convert these prospects into actual paying clients? Or to put it in a dating analogy, how to make sure you don't get in. And if you are, don't stay in the friend zone, because this is ultimately about getting more customers and clients. Those are the three parts. And you got to have a system that takes care of that, that moves people from that initial getting them to raise their hand through the part where they actually become clients. So that's what, when I talk about implementation, that's what I'm really talking about. Now, there's some different ways you can go about doing it. You and your team members can decide that this is something you're going to do, and you actually set out time to do it, or you may want to invest in coaching. And the reason why you want to invest in coaching or possibly invest in coaching is because of really two reasons. One is accountability, and that is huge. If you it is so easy to get distracted. It is so easy to come up with excuses. But if you hire a coach that you're paying money to, well, look, then you've got that level of accountability. Number two is experience and perspective. And you want to work with someone, obviously, who has done what it is that you need to have done, whether that is lose weight, get in shape, whatever. You want to make sure that your person you're working with knows their shit. So, when you're working with someone in the marketing space, you want to make sure that they have actually implemented the types of campaigns that you yourself want to implement. And actually, there's a third one too, which is motivation, keeping you motivated, keeping you, from getting discouraged, because Lord knows there is discouragement that occurs. And that's another role that a good coach should play, is to keep you motivated, keep you on track. So look, if you're serious about implementation, maybe, just maybe, I may be able to help you in my private client program. And there's a link below this video where you can learn more about it. And if it seems like something you are, would be potentially interested in, fill out the questionnaire. And if I think, it makes sense for us to talk, I'll, get back with you. But whether you work with me or you work with somebody else, the key is implementation. Don't let 2024 go through with just good intentions. The worst thing And I always feel so bad for people when we go into January of 2025 and I ask, how has your business changed? And you go, well, I kind of got a client through word of mouth and referrals, but aside from that, it's same old, same old. Yeah, well, I guess if same old is what you want, that's okay. But realistically, I can't imagine that you're listening to me. Can't imagine that you're a subscriber. Can't imagine that you're a part of my community if same old is what you want. So, anyway, click on the link, check out the information there. If it makes sense to you that you want to learn more, let's schedule a time to chat. We can see what makes sense. Okay, so that's what I got for you today. I'll have something new for you tomorrow. And as always, thank you so much for being a part of my community. If you know of others who are trying to attract more affluent and wealthy clients, which should be everybody, because why in the world do you want to sell to poor people? That's just dumb. Pass this stuff on to them. Get them to subscribe to my YouTube channel, encourage them to subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter. It's good for them. It's good karma for you. And of course, it's good for me. So again, win, win, win. All right. I guess that's it for today. And until I talk to you tomorrow, this is Mark Satterfield. Bye for now.